in Portland and one's in Spokane. Two bros in two towns, catching up when we can. News, life, and culture, reminiscing days past. Like, subscribe, and share the Real4Life Podcast. Real4Life. Good evening and welcome to the Real4Life Podcast with Jesse and Joe. Coming at you. Quick question, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to talk about craft beers and the new custom cabinet for your van that you made from reclaimed wood? What the fuck is going on with the hat that you're wearing, sir? A
What is wrong
panel?
with my...
A 5 panel?
First of all, this is our nonprofit. It's a camo 5 panel, and I normally wear it backwards, but I'm sitting in a fucking chair.
I'm sorry, am I taking you from a Mumford & Sons concert that you're supposed to be going to?
I'm sorry, did you have a good pump today with your fucking tank top on?
I miss you, buddy.
Dude, are you wearing pants?
Dude, you look I'm like wearing pants only because I have to cover up what's going on down there, because I still have freedom excitement from last night.
Jesus.
The
I only caught the end of it.
The Freedom 250 UFC. Dude, of course you saw the end of it. It was 5 hours.
Yeah, we just like barbecued and hung out. It was nice.
I watched the whole thing. Hannah kept saying, when's it going to be over? I was like, the main event's next. After the next. But man, I'm telling you, it was amazing. And it was such a display of American bravado and pride and just celebration. And here's the huge bummer of the whole thing. The only clip that anybody on the left is going to see is that stupid idiot fighter Hawkett that said Michelle Obama's a man.
Yeah. And yeah, I've seen obviously a lot of pushback.
I get these are fighters and they've been hit in the head a lot. I get it. You're going to say some weird stuff. But this
Michelle
guy
Obama
he's trying to make it like the WWE, you know?
Yeah, but Michael Obama is a man.
You know what? I'm not ruling that out. I'm really not. But
I'm only saying that because you, about 10 years ago, said that he was the hottest first lady of all time.
You got to think. Hold on, I got something in my throat.
Probably Michael Obama's dick.
Wow, that was a sick burn, dude. No, but you got to think about the competition of the day. And before Michelle, other than Lady Bird, you really don't have anything.
Who the fuck is Lady Bird?
Lady Bird Johnson. Or whoever JFK's wife was. But yes, I'll defend this till the day that I die. First term, Michelle Obama, I thought she was very attractive. Okay. Now, she doesn't scratch the fucking atmosphere that Melania was putting out last night.
There is nothing attractive about this woman.
Move on, Joe. Melania last night looked incredible. Classiest first lady ever. Awesome. It was just such a cool event. They had the Blue Angels and the Renegades, whatever the Navy's version of that is, or the Air Force's version. They had them both do a flyover during the national anthem.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the fucking Eagle.
Yeah, that was awesome too. So like I said, there's tons of good stuff. But if you're on the left, you're going to see the Michelle Obama clip. And what else would you see that would...
Honestly,
that was the only thing all night to me that was offensive towards the left. The rest of it was just like, America's great, right?
they think that fighting on the lawn was offensive in itself.
Yeah, but this is the group of people that less than 2 years, or right at about 2 years ago, had a Pride Month celebration on the front lawn where trans people were showing their fake boobs.
Right.
So I don't put a lot of stock there. But what I would love them to see is this, because everybody, likes to accuse Donald Trump of being racist and nationalist and all this stuff. What they won't see is the fact that over half the fighters there were from some country in South America or Mexico, right?
Right.
What they won't see is the United States Marine Corps band playing whatever intro song they requested. So they played a bunch of South American and Spanish music in a different language, and they crushed it, right? One dude, I forget his name, from Canada was fighting, and he requested that he came out to the Canadian national anthem, and the United States Marine Corps band performed the Canadian national anthem. So I'm just saying, like, this was a very welcoming event and a celebration of all cultures, just America.
Right.
It was, I mean, I hope they talk about this for 100 years. This is the coolest fucking thing ever. And I don't understand, just as a male of the species, I don't care how far left you are. If you can't look at what happened last night and say, that's fucking cool, you are so entrenched. You really
right. And
got
the last fight that was probably there was Django. So, I mean, there's that.
And that was when the Democrats were in charge, sir. They like to conveniently forget that. So, that aside, sorry, I was so pumped about that last night. It was a fun watch. Went camping this weekend.
Okay.
See, the way this works, Joe, is we talk to each other.
I'm bringing up my list. I don't like camping. Like what you sat in the woods and.
But for me, camping is not about actually going out there. I'm literally going out there only to justify the new shit that I've bought or built. That's the only reason. I don't even like Jeeping. I just like working on Jeeps and how cool my Jeep looks on a trailer behind my truck.
Did your wife
I could drive to the trail and turn around, I'd be fine. So
did your wife go?
Nah, she's not into it. I took Parker and I took Rusty, and Rusty got to swim for the first time. So that was kind of cool.
Nice.
But my new drawer slides that I built worked flawlessly. And I made like a fridge pull out. So now I can just access everything up there. Everything is on a slider, which is cool.
Didn't you just make fun of my hat?
I built something, Joe.
Yeah.
You know how satisfying it is to have a vision in your head and have the tools and the knowledge to actually make it happen. Like, to me, as a dude, that's the coolest thing. Can you imagine the amount of satisfaction that CAD designers must get?
Yeah.
Like, they just whip up something in the computer because they know how to use the program, and then they build these super intricate things by pushing a button. It's fucking incredible. It's got to feel great.
Mm-hmm. No, building's fun. Can we talk about Joe Rogan's tie?
We did not. I'm assuming that's on your list.
No, I was just scrolling through the fight photos, and he got a lot of flack for his tie because it's like the tie from the 20s where it's like 8 inches too short.
Dude, it's Joe Rogan. That's honestly, that's the first time I think he's ever worn a tie. He never wears a tie.
No.
The first time he went to the White House, he didn't wear a tie. So he's just not built for that look. Like, he's built kind of weird.
Yeah, he's a little stocky.
He's just one solid muscle. So, uh,
So my list is a bit strange.
okay.
There's just it's more like punchlines. I don't really have subjects.
I got a couple subjects.
Well, I got one that kind of ties into the fight.
Okay.
So it says Pride Month. Be proud of our flag and our country. Nobody else does it better.
I would agree with that. Um, it's pretty interesting actually. So I won't name names, but I recently had a conversation with somebody that I talk to probably twice a year. Uh, and then once in a while we'll BS on Facebook. But this is a self-described center left lesbian, right?
Okay.
And she's awesome, right? So we had this conversation the other day, and she was talking about how the Trump administration and the US was like trying to repeal all of these gay rights laws, right? So I'm like thinking in my head, oh, I know where this conversation's going. And then she started saying that it's because they've wrapped the LGB in with the T. So I asked her, I was like,
Isn't that a
you're
you
pretty,
issue?
what's that?
Isn't that more of a you issue? Like,
Well, no, no, no. The point that she was making in the question that I asked was, my uncle was gay in the 80s, right? When it was tough to be gay, and died of AIDS, right? So I've
mhm.
always had a big soft spot for that community. And I asked her, I was like, do you get mad at all the progress that the gay community has made that's being ruined by being lumped in with the trans community? And she was like, yes, absolutely. And we basically both
It's not
determined
one
that
and the same.
like the gay rights thing is like everybody was fine with that. But it's being lumped in with the trans people. The trans people just keep going and going and going. And so people's, let's say, aversion to the trans thing is now getting lumped in with the gay thing, and it's taking gay rights backwards. And it fucking sucks, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I was just super pumped to hear somebody that agreed with that, because I've always kind of wondered, like, I wonder what gay people think of trans people. Because the whole gay thing is like, I was born this way. This is just the way I was wired. I just want to be accepted for exactly the way I was born. As opposed to the
Yeah,
trans thing, which is the exact opposite. I don't like the way I was born. I'm going to be something new now, and I need you to go ahead and play along.
right.
And disclaimer, disclaimer, we at the Real for Life podcast welcome people of all anything you want to enjoy the podcast, and we love you.
No, I don't give a shit if you cut off your dick or grow a dick or whatever you do with your life. It's your
You're
life.
over 18, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, just don't fuck with kids
Mm-hmm.
and stop indoctrinating kids into this situation.
Yeah. But to me, it's one of those things like if there's a trans person and I can hang out with them and have laughs and enjoy some beers, fuck yeah. Me and you always talk about how like the
I've
person
literally
you,
done that multiple times in my life.
yeah.
Shot pool, drank beers. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Don't treat people differently based on what's going on with them. The whole point of the whole like conservative movement, if you will, and what we're trying to get to as the American man is literally just treating everybody equally. Hard stop.
Well, that's what the 90s killed it for. I think we've touched base on this before where like we were raised getting out of racism and accepting everybody and blah, 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 and that
Totally.
everybody's equal.
Mm-hmm.
And like that, we're the last generation of like, that's how it should be. And now this new generation is doing just the opposite of that and wants everybody to be treated differently for who they are. And like
Well,
our
because it
generation
wasn't
can't,
equal then, we have to make it. We have to
right. And our generation just
Kind of
can't fucking
teeter-totter
understand
there.
that. It's like, no. If you're an asshole, I'm going to call you an asshole. I don't give a fuck what you are.
Right.
Like,
And if you're cool, then you're cool.
you're cool. Right. It doesn't fucking matter.
So that was kind of a weird conversation, but I always enjoy talking to that person. So I want to talk about this was a big thing. I was like, fuck, I can't wait to talk to Joe about this. Fatherhood, expectation versus reality. So we had Jeep Jamboree a couple weeks ago, and one of the guides there, Eli, is just a super cool dude. And he's a lawyer, he's a big hunter, so he does a lot of law for like uh, you know, hunting rights and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's got this wife who's also, she has her own Jeep, like lifted on 37s. So they both have badass rock crawlers, right? Because she likes a Jeep too. And they both like to hunt. And they were talking about how, like, oh, this kid's in baseball, but he said he didn't want to play in the fall because he doesn't want it to interfere with hunting season. So, like, this is a family that all of them are on the same page, right? They love hunting, they love jeeping, and whatever sports. And like, I've been really struggling to connect with Parker. We went and watched a movie last week that he wanted to see. I think it was called like Digital Circus. And it was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. But it's what he wanted to see. So at this point,
Right.
I'm literally doing anything I can to connect with him because we're just, we don't have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
But you always imagine as a bro that if you have a son, you just think that they're going to be a carbon copy of you and you're going to make them a better version of you and all that stuff. And then you realize they're your own people. So my question to you, what was your expectation as a father, and what was the reality, and what are your thoughts on it?
Well, that's tough because you see people, and I don't know if you've seen them, like, I don't know if it's like the Facebook posts or if it's reality or whatever, but like, I have played catch with my kids individually maybe 3 times ever,
Mm.
and they just hate it. And it was like a forced situation. And I'm like, and that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, nope. And it's like, and then video games, which sounds fucking terrible. And I hate fucking video games. I've tried to play video games with them. I'm just like, this is stupid. Like, you want to go to the shop? They're like, no. And so it's like, yeah, it's like, it's hard because it's like, yeah, you have to find those familiarities. The only thing I have with one is chess. So we play a lot of chess.
Mm.
The other is getting into cars, so we have a lot of car talk now. But yeah, and that's just recent.
And
So I think the false Facebook posts is just kind of bullshit. But there are those families that just are all sports or all cars.
yeah, or they're just on the same page. And don't get me wrong, when I was growing up, I was the outcast of the family. I had nothing in common with my dad, but he was never around
Was
anyway,
there
so it didn't matter.
cast in your family?
It's me.
No, you said you were the outcast. I'm like, was there a
I was the outlier. I guess we're all
okay?
kind of different. Anyway,
Yeah, all of you.
but the point is like, even though I'm struggling to connect with him on certain things, my hope is that just making an effort and being available. I hate video games too, and my son loves them, and he's good at them. So like, I'll go upstairs once in a while and just kind of be in the room for a little bit. But I'm hoping that me just like reaching out and like trying is enough to make a good imprint.
Yeah, the open line of communication is always important. So like they know that door is always open, and it that's not the hardest part, but it's really cool when they come around and like want to talk to you about something serious, Right. All right. I'm not a complete failure.
Well, and I try to tell that to him too. Like I tell him all the time, like, dude, when you hit 12, 13, like you're gonna start getting some testosterone, and your entire like drive in life is gonna change. So, like, I'll do the same thing. Like, if we're going on a walk, every couple of weeks, I'll be like, grab the football. Oh, I don't wanna. I don't care. Grab the football. At some point, you're gonna be in a park, and there's gonna be girls, and you're gonna want to know how to throw a football.
Yeah, and not look retarded.
Yeah. Like, I don't care that you play football, but let's say at some point you do find an interest in a sport. You're going to be so far behind the ball because you're not even trying to learn the foundations right now. Now, luckily, right now, they've been playing in the neighborhood. They've been playing like wiffle ball. So that's cool.
Hmm.
Um, and I kind of wish he would play football because he's got kind of a lineman build going on. Like he's got like a bigger hindquarters and legs, and he's got really long arms.
Hmm.
Like he might have a good football body. He doesn't have the competitive drive yet, but I'm just hoping at some point like he'll look at it because if he keeps growing the way he's growing, he does have a good lineman build.
Yeah, Carter and Jalen both played flag for years, and Jalen was a pretty good safety.
Mm.
He didn't like football. He just liked the whole cat and mouse and
Mhm.
just chasing people down. And he was like really good at it. Carter was getting really good. And then he convinced his mom to do tackle football, which I was against. And he was like 12 or 13. And he
Oh,
played for like,
yeah.
that's too young. And then he got hurt. And he didn't get hurt. He was like done. And
I
he
can't
never
blame him
played
for that.
again. And now he's like 6 foot. I don't know the last time you saw Carter.
Well, I
He's
follow him on the Instagram, so I see stuff.
right, but he's like 6 foot. And I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
you should start playing football again. He's like, no. I'm like,
Well, it's funny
he's
because you remember the second Goon movie?
yeah.
I hate it because the first one is so good. But
Did you know that's Kate Hudson's brother?
God, that makes so much sense. That's a
Yeah,
beautiful family.
they were talking about it on Two Bears the other day because Bert's obsessed with Kate Hudson. And I'm like, me too. And he just goes down this path of meeting her and that she's just like adorable and awesome.
Oh, Kate
And then talk
Hudson is the chick that you want to go camping in a van with.
and so, but yeah, right. And he was just
The
like,
ultimate
it was she's
camping
just
girlfriend.
so humble and nice and cute and blah blah
The
blah blah
coolest.
blah. And then started talking about the brother. I'm like, who the fuck is the brother? And then I Googled it and I was like, holy shit. I never even connected those dots. Can't think
No,
of his
but
name.
in that movie, he is a guy that's like really good at hockey and fighting, but he hates hockey. And he's only playing it because his dad wants him to,
Right.
but he's so good at it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to be weird to be like Jalen, where you're just like he is built like an athlete.
And
Like
hates every sport.
if he was into sports, he would be a wrecking ball. But to
Yeah.
have that and to just have no interest in it, um, yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting, right? Because
It's
anything
fucking
I could do at that age, like if my natural affinity was to like be super tiny and whatever, I would be a horse jockey. Because anything that enables me to play the cards that I was dealt and get a hotter chick, that's all that matters.
well, that's the only reason I wrestled because I was fucking tiny and there was nobody in my weight class.
Yep. Yep. I was unwilling to lose weight for wrestling, and I never like dieted to go down in weight. So I just stayed where I was comfortable. And I would like to maintain that I was pretty damn good at wrestling, but I wasn't as good as Chris Huckabee, whose dad was the coach. He was in my weight
Yeah.
division. And he fucking threw me around like a sack of potatoes. Like it was embarrassing. He was so good.
Yeah. I was not. Like, I
Yeah.
was terrible. I was just tiny.
Yeah, I remember it was you and then they recruited Jesse Simpson.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was pretty lightweight too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun though.
All right.
I feel like those
Different.
skills stayed with us.
I can do a headlock. That's about it. So you
Well,
mentioned a park, and that's
I
one of my
got laughed
notes.
at hold on. I got laughed at jujitsu because it was like my second night there, so I don't know what I'm doing, right? And
Mhm.
so I'm like rolling with this dude, and somehow we ended up in this position, and I just fucking naturally put him in a basket cradle, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You're like, that's what you're supposed to do.
They're like, "We're supposed to be on our back." I was like, "Well, yeah, but I mean, I did win in wrestling."
All right. One of my notes. You're truly hood if you've used the barbecue at the park.
Oh, bro. Very good observation.
Yeah. The only time I've ever used the barbecue at the park was at C School, which is out of boot camp in Florida. And they had like a military base park, and they had the
Oh yeah.
built in barbecues,
Yep.
and you didn't have a fucking option. But like to go to a community park and use the barbecue, that's pretty gangster.
Bring in your own fucking coal and
Charcoal.
everything.
Yeah.
Dude, that is game. So you might be onto something here. So remember how like Jeff Foxworthy was famous for like you might be a redneck if.
Right.
So Adam Carolla has this whole bit now about how like uh things that only pertain to super rich people and super poor people. And
Oh,
it's
like day drinking.
yeah, day drinking. Yeah. So like he's got all of these things that you only do if you're either really poor or really rich, and it's fucking hilarious. You might have something here. Truly good if.
Yeah, I almost want to go to the park and have a barbecue because it's free. It's there.
Yeah, it totally is. It's a flex.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Imagine being a grown ass man and driving a forerunner.
Bro, I think AJ listens to a few episodes. He's got a forerunner. It weighs
Oh,
8,600 pounds. Because you know how like overlands the competition to see how much shit you can bolt on the outside of your vehicle?
right.
AJ is winning handily.
I
And
just
and
saw one the other
it's a
day,
sick
and
fucking food, but
it's just a pearl white, not lifted. Probably had like 33s on it,
mhm,
and I'm like, it's a forerunner, bro. Like that. It's basically a Jetta.
it is. It's so here's the thing. A chick in a forerunner is a hot thing. Okay?
Hmm.
A dude in a forerunner is not at all. But there
No.
are options that only the forerunner has that you can make an argument. Okay? The only production vehicle with a window that goes down in the hatchback. The only one.
That can't be true.
It is true. And it is the reason why the Toyota 4Runner is the favorite vehicle for people with dogs.
Hmm.
It also comes on another vehicle that is an industry only, the Toyota Tundra. The Toyota Tundra is the only truck
That
with a
the
window
whole
that goes
window
in,
goes.
which is so stupid because every truck should have that. That is the easiest thing to do in a truck. It's a flat
Right.
piece of glass.
It's there.
They could easily do this in every truck, and they don't.
Yeah.
And it'd be so great for dogs. Like, I almost wish I would have got a Tundra instead of my Ram, because
No,
they
you
can
don't.
still tow quite a bit. They drive amazing. The new engines are a little questionable on reliability, but a Tundra would have been pretty cool.
I not even on my notes list. So I went to a chef's store the other day to buy some shit, and there was a dude waiting in line. I get my stuff. He paid with all cash, which is super weird to me.
Hmm.
Like it's chef stores. You're buying. It's basically Costco for restaurants. So you're spending. I've never gone out of there for less than $500. Like
Right. I've
it's
gone shopping with you
big,
there for the
right?
day. It's legit.
And so I was kind of like, that's fucking weird. Anyways, and I walk out and he's loading up his truck, and he's like, dude, sick truck. And he just like went off about my truck. Came over, shook my hand, like talked about my truck, like awesome build. He's like, I thought it was a Raptor, but then I look closer, it's a Rebel. I'm like, I can't afford a fucking Raptor. And so he just went off about how cool my truck was. I was like, I lifted it and put 22s, like they're, like whatever. And
Mhm.
then he's like, I noticed you in the store and I saw your tattoos and you're like a walking billboard. You have good work. Blah, blah. I'm like, are you hitting on me? Like it was super, and he was a super nice guy. I'm like, am I being flirted with right now? It was so weird.
Dude, I hit on guys all the time. All the time. Like I told you, I went to Sun River and there was this other bro there at the pool. And kind of like me, like a little heavier set, a lot of mediocre tattoo work, and across his back, the whole back, like a sports jersey. You know how people get their last name?
Mm-hmm.
Creed.
Oh,
Yup.
wow.
Now, in his defense, I'm pretty sure his name is Corey Reed, and he's an awesome bro. But I saw that and I was like,
Uh,
well, we're gonna be best friends. So I fucking go over there, right? We grab a beer together at the fucking bar and we're chatting it up. I'm like, dude, that's a badass tattoo. I have to get a picture with it. Because we have Creed Fridays at work where we just play Creed on Fridays.
okay.
And anyway, uh, super cool guy. We had a couple beers and he was there with his wife and kids. Next day we go back to the pool and he's there again. And he's got this other friend with him named like Shakir or something like that. Some kind of like Egyptian name or something.
Okay.
And the only other person I've ever met, this Shakir guy. So I told you I saw the Creed tattoo and I immediately became best friends with that guy, right? So the next day he brings his friend. I jump in the pool. The only other person I've seen with this exact fucking tattoo. He had the F
No
marks.
shit.
Yes. I was like, dude, like the three of us, are you kidding me? Like it was the coolest fucking thing ever. But I do that all the time. Like if I see a cool bro and I'm at like fucking stuck at like Wolf Creek Lodge or some bullshit, I make a friend.
Yeah. So he owns some restaurant in Usk, which there has to be only like 3 there. So I'm sure I'll find it.
Mhm.
Anyway, super
So
nice guy. It was just super weird. I was like,
yeah,
all
that
right.
sounds a little aggressive,
It
especially
was it
being
was
as like your truck is meh.
my
It
truck
was.
is pretty fucking cool.
Your truck was cool before you put those atrocities of wheels on it. This
It
isn't
looks like
Florida,
a
bro.
Hot Wheel.
It's not Florida, bro.
Oh my god. So I was making fun of my own truck to a buddy of mine.
The wheels
And
on your truck scream, I pay child support.
well, I do. So, so my buddy's wife was like, you should put lights on them. And I was laughing, like I thought she was joking. I was like, yeah, that's stupid. And she's like,
Oh,
oh
like
no, I'm
light a
serious.
valve cap?
Yes. Like,
Yes.
no.
Let the cops see me even easier.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Ugh.
Uh, when we were at the Jeep Jamboree, it was funny because the one of the guys from Warren was there, and of course he just scans all the CB channels or whatever. And I guess as I was driving by, there was a group of people that's like, "Oh, dude, you got to see this fucking YJ coming up! Oh, holy crap! It's got this. This thing's unbelievable." That fucking YJ for being a '94 4-cylinder gets so much fucking attention on the trails. People love that fucking Jeep.
You should just put a for sale sign
Yeah,
there.
I know, but it's kind of like, man, I was really hoping to make a sexual reference here, but I got nothing. Um, I always sell it, and then I go fucking drive it. And I'm like, I'm never selling this. So if I just drove it once every 3 weeks, I would never even think about selling it. But if I don't drive it for a solid month, I start to forget how fucking badass and how much cooler it could be with, a few more things here and there. I'm probably 22 or 23 into it. I could sell it today for 9 or 10. Yeah.
Totally
So
worth it.
at this point, like, it's like a student loan. Like, there's no getting rid of it. I'm
Well, at
saddled
least you're
with
not going to cry when you hit a fucking tree.
it. Yeah.
Which, for the audience, happened.
Did I cry when I hit a tree?
You didn't, like, weep, but we were wedged between, we're on Rubicon, and we're wedged between a rock and a tree, and you had to go over the rock, but we knew you were going to scrape the top of your Jeep over that tree, get over the rock.
I know exactly the spot you're talking about.
And you
Oh,
were losing your fucking mind. I'm like, this is why you buy an old shitty Jeep and build that. You don't buy a brand new Jeep and put all the money
right.
into it. They're gonna get scraped.
Was that my
And then you
orange Jeep?
find, yes. And then you finally,
I still miss that Jeep. It was so perfect. No, I agree. My yellow YJ, like I said, people love that thing, but I've literally leaned it on trees to get around obstacles. I have no issue with that.
right.
Because I painted it with
I-
Sherman-Williams paint. So I'll literally just like sand that area, pull out the Wagner Power Painter, and just go over that spot. And it looks like a brand new paint job. The body's just a little more like, it's got some lumps.
Got some wear and tear. So I just got a quote today. You can't make fun of me.
Okay.
So the Corvette I drive once a year,
Right.
and the paint's dick.
I will never
And
drive in that car.
it's super fun. It's like go
I
kart.
don't care. Sitting in that thing, I already feel dead. That is the
So,
scariest, most claustrophobic car I've ever been in.
so my buddy, he was like, we were talking about the paint because I got a quote for like the cheapest paint job was like $7,000, and I'm like,
Oh,
absolutely fucking not. And he goes, just go to Mako. I'm like, really? He goes, Mako will spray that shit. You drive it once a year. It's garaged. It's fine. They don't hold up to weather, but you're not
they
in the
can't.
weather.
So I've already cracked this riddle, actually, Joe. Mako is the place to go. They're going to use car paint, and it's going to look not great to mediocre. Here's why it doesn't matter. It does not fucking matter what the paint job looks like when it leaves Mako. All you need to ensure is that they used enough coats of paint. Pay for extra coats of paint. And after it's had a month to harden, you get a cut and buff. I did that with my Buick. My Buick was painted at Mako. It cost like $400. And then I paid a dude $200 because I didn't have like the buffer and the compounds and all that. And he did a cut and buff. And all the rough surface and orange peel and everything else, that car was fucking glass. I did the same thing with that Chevy C10 truck that I had. The paint job was like old and faded and shit. I spent 15 hours with a buffing wheel and 3 different grits of like grit fucking cutting.
Sandpaper.
Not sandpaper. No. It's
Well,
like
I
car
mean,
wax.
rubbing compound.
Yeah, rubbing compound. So I used 3 different grits of compound, a kind of a rougher one in the beginning, and then toned it down. I spent 15 hours, and then I spent another 4 hours waxing it. And you could win best in show with 40-year-old paint. It is insane. You just have
Yeah,
to
that
put
was
in
a
the
cool
hours.
C10. You should have never sold that truck.
Oh, dude, it was fucking sick. I totally shouldn't have. It's just one of those things. I only got so much room.
I just saw a statistic the other day of like that body truck, like the 68 to 72
Yep.
C10s, that
Yep.
there's only like less than 20,000 still existing on the road.
Yeah.
And that's why they go for like 30 fucking grand.
Yeah. Like Kragen built a beautiful one.
Yeah.
I think he's had a couple actually, but if you're willing to get the long bed, which personally I think the long beds look badass anyway.
I think they look better when they're lowered. It's just
I
like it's more
100% agree. If
sleek.
I was trying to make a street rod, yeah, I want a short bed. But if I'm trying to build a fucking rat rod or a low, long bed all fucking day. And
Yeah,
they're
it's
way
like
cheaper.
having long bed dually slammed. It's
What's the
like an
update on the
insult.
LS?
It's going to be done this week
Oh, really?
because the car
Are they
show's next week.
installing it too?
Yeah, it should be turnkey. I just show up and pick it up.
Bro, when are you gonna tell me how much fucking money you spent?
I'm not going to admit that online.
Do not don't tell anybody. But hold
Ew.
on, hold on. But you know the guy, you got like a really good deal, right? Like a super discount,
I
probably
got it
next to
super,
nothing.
pretty much.
Yeah, because you're a
Yeah.
very financially considerate husband, Katie.
The issue is like there was a lot of like, well, since we're here, you should replace, which all makes sense.
But you're gonna
There's
have a
been,
gangster fucking truck.
yeah, my buddy that suggested Mako, cool car guy. It like he builds shit. He goes, dude, my buddy's kid put a stock LS 5.3 in the same truck as yours, and he pulled 13s in a quarter
Yeah.
mile.
I mean,
He
don't
goes,
drag
he didn't do anything. I'm not, but it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm super stoked for you. I want to know how to do an engine swap. Where was I going with that? So you were talking about C10s, oldest Jeep. You talked about you got a quote. So we go to Bridgeport Village last week. I like going there. It's one of those places, they have a movie theater, but it's like a little shopping area.
Okay.
But it's like right outside of Lake Oswego. So it's like if you're in Seattle and you go to the theater in Bellevue. Like you go there because it's a nicer area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're over there and we're going through the stores and they had a Tacova store. So I wanted to check that out. Turns out that place is lame.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Tacova is supposedly like Western wear. It's what all like the celebrities wear as their Western wear. But it's just that. It's
like
the Ed Hardy of country, in my opinion.
Okay.
So
it's like
but
Patagonia for hikers.
Patagonia for people that think they're cowboys, like me. So anyway, so we go there as lame. We've been needing a new bed for a while. Okay. And so we hopped on into the Purple store because it was there. Oh, like, fuck, we'll lay down on a couple, check it out. So we
That
found
was my
one
original. I wanted the purple bed so bad.
Oh, bro, so did I. Until we found the one that we liked. And I said, hey, lady, how much is this one? And keep in mind, I'm not poor. I didn't say that last part. Turns out I am poor, Joe. $8,100.
Yeah.
For a fucking mattress.
You can buy them online for cheaper.
Yeah. So
like when you go to the store, they rape you because they make commission. And
I specifically asked her if she made commission. She said no.
That's a lie.
Meh.
That's what they make is commission.
You recently bought a bed. Me and you know that mattress stores are a complete racket. That's why they're always either grand opening or going out of business. There's no such thing as like just we've been here for more than 3 years. Pretty rare, right? So what strategies did you employ to get your new bed set up? And what did you get? Because you got an adjustable base, right?
Yeah, I got the old person dual adjustable base.
God,
which
so bad.
It's terrible.
Why do you say that? Does it make because you have two separate mattresses then?
Correct. That's the issue.
How does that affect marital?
That's where I'm going to. So where do you normally have sex? In the middle of the bed.
Butt. Oh.
And then the mattresses separate if you're in the middle.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so it's a fucking issue. And Katie hates the bed.
Oh, really? So
I like it.
with the mattresses, did you just get like what considerations did you make there? Like,
As
did you
far
go to
as
a
what?
mattress store
No, we
or like
bought Nectar.
Costco or what?
Nectar online. Nectar.
Oh, you got a Nectar. Okay. So they sponsor one of the YouTube shows I really like, Wild Wonderful Off Grid.
Okay.
Uh, and they've been sponsoring it's Nectar. Pretty sure it's that. Anyway, one of the online companies is enticing. But I talked to a lady at work about this, and I think she gave me the best idea in the world. Like, and she's a nurse. She makes good money. She could probably afford a purple mattress, right? And she was like, no, 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 no. What we do is we go to the mattress store and we get a lower to middle end stiff mattress, like firm mattress, something that's not going to bow in over time. And then every year or every other year, we buy a new 4-inch mattress topper,
Right.
cooling, all the new technology. They're like $200 for the higher end ones. So that's what you do. You just get a cheap, firm mattress and then get a really nice, like 4-inch mattress topper. Good to go. You've cheated the
Well, and that
system.
so Katie hates the mattress because it's too firm, but I like a firm bed.
Hmm.
So the Nectar is a money back guarantee situation. And so she emailed
Okay.
them and was like, I hate this fucking mattress. So they sent her a 4-inch topper,
Okay.
but now she's 4 inches higher than me.
Yeah. Plus, you're probably sinking in a little more than her as well.
Correct.
Correct.
So I like it. She hates it. It is what it is.
That's a bummer. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but
I'm
like
really
we
enticed by this. Like, we, my thing with the mattress is they have, I have to buy it at a mattress store because I need them to take away the old mattress. Our old mattress was like one of the first memory foam ones. We've
mhm.
had it for, I think, 13, 14 years. Way the fuck too long.
Yeah, it weighs
And
400 pounds.
it weighs 400 fucking pounds. And it's fucking flexy like a noodle. So it's not like you can just put it up on the corner and push it across the room.
Right. You might as
It's
well just cut it
the
up.
fucking worst.
Yeah, you need to cut it into sections.
Or just pay somebody else. Yeah. That's a young man's game right there.
Yeah,
Moving that
like
mattress.
moving.
But I think I might try it. The only thing that I don't like about the firm mattress 4-inch topper, riveting subject matter, by the way. The listeners are digging this. Um, you can't do the adjustable base. So, how important is the adjustable base? Is it something that once you use it, like there's no going back?
We never use it. Katie has
Okay.
my remote, so when I start snoring, she hits the snore button.
Oh, you're not buying, you didn't buy it for like watching TV in bed.
No, I mean that was the idea, but it never happens. Like you
You
just
never
watch TV.
put it slightly in the upright position and used AirPlay from the phone, did you?
Haven't done that either. But I will tell you, a couple months ago, Katie was out of town, and I fucked up my SATAC so bad, doing absolutely nothing, that I was stuck in bed and I couldn't get out of bed,
Oh,
and
man.
I fucking hit the button just to completely sit upright to swivel to the right to get out of bed. And I was like, oh my God, it actually paid off. Like I was stuck in bed.
That's great. I've never, people talk about that a lot. Like they're just stuck in bed or like on the couch. I've never had that.
It's terrible.
Hmm.
I got off the couch, this was probably a year ago, and took one step and my whole right side locked up. And I was
Oh, wow.
mid step and I was screaming for Katie. And she's like, what? I'm like, I need your help. And like literally my heel was sitting on the ground, but I couldn't put my foot forward.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she just massaged my ass cheek to make me move.
I have the same struggle every day where when you sit on the turlet a little too long and your legs go to sleep, So then you stand up, but then your legs both like cramp up and you can't feel them, and you get the pins and needles.
Yeah, totally different.
But you get that too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
So
should
like
just
you got
put your
things
phone
to
down.
do, so you want to just start walking, and then you end up falling on the ground or onto your bed every day.
Welcome to 40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're getting pretty close here. We can wrap it up. There is one story I want to tell you after we get off.
Are we going to talk about the fucking Tinder or Grinder or Tinder?
You mean the story that started with my wife joined a dating site?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So my wife did join a quote unquote dating site. We're good. Everything in the marriage is good, right? We're fine. This is called BFF Bumble. So this is a new site to find friends, right?
Okay.
So the whole point is it's supposed to, wives in the suburbs that want to make friends with other wives in the suburbs. Okay. It's not a dating
Hmm.
site. It's a I want to meet some new people friends site. Okay.
That sounds thirsty.
I mean it is, but if you think about it, like me and you, I just told you I have no problem like flirting with dudes to make friends, right? Men are typically more engaging in that way. They either want a friend or if they don't talk to other people. But for women, I think it's harder to make friends. Right.
I guess.
So the whole point is the reason this is funny to me is so she showed me her like profile thing and she's like, well, nobody's reached out. And I was like, okay, let me ask this. Have you reached out to anybody? Well, no. So to me, that is the problem with this site is that women are so used to being pursued their entire life that of course a woman is not going to take the first step and reach out towards another woman. Like I
Right.
talk to my wife about this all the time. She's got really good friends from college that she hasn't talked to in years. Whereas like I have a whole bunch of friends that like if I haven't talked to them in a month, I'll just shoot a text. Like, hey bro, how's it going? Say hi to your mom for me. Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple friends that I talk to like every 3 years.
Yeah, but you keep tabs. Like you'll
Yeah.
reach out. Say, hey bud, was thinking about you, whatever. Women don't do that.
No, my wife, I force her to hang out with her best friend.
Right. Even and when
Me,
they get together, it's the best time in the world. But neither of them is going to take the first step to be like, "Hey, I want to hang out with you. We should make
yeah,
plans."
I schedule it. I said, I'm going on a date with
Mhm.
tits and you're coming.
Yep. So, I told this story in a group of people and I mean, I think it's a fun little Seinfeldy observation on society, right? But of course there's one person. Well, not all women are like that. Some women reach out.
Oh, of course there
Yes,
is.
but for the purposes of the joke, I'm going with the vast percentage that don't. Well, I mean, I don't that's not fair. You can't just
Ugh.
generalize all women, right? And I'm like, you know what? Just those who want to be offended will find a way. And
Yeah,
they were
this is
all
definitely like a
butthurt
Jeff
about
Dye
it.
skit.
Yeah. So they were all butthurt about it. Not 2 minutes later, they were talking with everybody else about how like people that never leave town are losers. I'm like, that's not fair. People grow up in awesome hometowns or they just have strong ties with their family and want to stay. That doesn't make them losers. Why would you generalize people like that? On me. No, I'm just pointing out the obvious. Like, if we're going to say making generalities is bad, you know,
It only works if it's for their narrative.
right. And don't get me wrong. Was I generalizing women? Yes. Was it wrong? In retrospect, maybe. The point is I was making an observation on a lot of women in my life, and obviously your life as well, and probably a lot of people's lives. Women are less likely to reach out to other women than dudes are to reach out to dudes.
Are you just eating a whole jar of pickles?
Bro, this is my new thing. I never knew they existed. You've eaten, right? These are called butter pickles.
I'm aware.
They're amazing. It's my new favorite food. Butter pickles. I'm all about it. IPA, butter pickles.
Try it with fucking Jack.
Yeah. Anyway, to end the story, one person did reach out. It was a dude in his 20s. She canceled the app.
He found the cheat code.
He found the cheat code.
He was like,
which was
married
inevitable,
women,
you know.
married women reaching out because they're lonely.
No.
It's
Oh,
like
man.
the cheat code to start dating chicks. You go on fucking Marketplace and you look up wedding dresses and you can sort by size.
Oh,
Then you know how big they are and you know they're single.
Mm-hmm. Cheat code. I had a weird moment the other day. I did think about you. I've told you about my buddy Todd, right?
Possibly.
He's like a property management guy. Tall. I've done like Moab and the Rubicon and everything with him.
Yes,
Super
I know
cool
who he
guy.
is.
Our kids are about the same age. He's just he's a solid bro, but he's also like, you remember how Steve Lederer used to be like kind of a mentor to me?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, he kind of helped me grow up a little bit. That's kind of the way I look at Todd too. He's just on another level of like, he's a great fucking dad and all that stuff. Anyway, he's a good dude. I look up to him. Couple years ago, we went to Moab and he brought his buddy Casey Shingari. Super cool guy, same age as us, lives down in Florida. Todd's a Florida bro. And he gave me a call last week asking some questions like about, heart grafts and stuff like that, because that's what I do now. And turns out Casey had like a bad heart and he ended up, something happened and he went downhill like really fast. And he died a couple days ago. And I was trying to talk to Todd about it, and he's like, he was like my best friend. He was like the only person I call, like a brother. And I was like, he was Todd's Joe. I know I'm being gay right now, but like, it fucking hit me, dude. Like, that dude was our age, and it was his best fucking friend, and he fucking like, he's gone. So I'm gonna grab my beer. Cheers to Casey. Super cool dude. Only got to hang out with him for a week, but cheers.
Salute.
God damn it.
You're the one with the heart issue, though.
I do have a heart issue. It'll be fine though. I'm on a good regimen of red meat, butter pickles, IPA, TRT, and retatrutide. We're good. We're good.
Fuck.
Shit, bro. I think that's all I really had. Like, I've got some others that I'll save for another time.
Yeah, I had a couple more, but we're an
my
hour
big
in.
thing was just that Freedom 250 thing. I was so pumped about that.
Yeah, we streamed it at the bar, so like we didn't get to watch the beginning, so we only got to watch the end because we, can't stream in two places.
Oh no, I totally get it, but I just think it's so cool that they did that. Like, that's not something that you want to see like all the time. But if America's turning 250, you got that going on. And then, so he was at that fight in the audience for the full 5 hours, right? And then apparently he hopped on a plane after the fight, didn't sleep on the plane and went straight to Switzerland and signed the peace deal with Iran. Like,
Yeah, he's a fucking beast.
it was his 80th birthday, and he's like, "No, I'm not going to bed. I'm just going to go ahead and fly over to fucking Switzerland and sign this historic deal." Yeah, again, how do you not like the guy? That's all I got for the week. We're going to Las Vegas tomorrow.
Nice.
Yep. So I got to get packed up for that. We're taking Parker, so it's going to be kind of a different trip.
What are you doing there?
We're just going to a whole bunch of shows. We're going to take him to Cirque du Soleil. He wants to eat at Gordon Ramsay's, so we're doing that. Hang out at the pool. Whole bunch of shows. We're going to see a magician. We're going to go to the Sphere and watch Wizard of Oz, because that was the only thing going on at the Sphere.
Terrible movie.
And it's like 108 there.
Sounds comfy.
Mm-hmm. So, hang out for just a minute. I'm going to stop the recording. The end is recording. Till next time, this is Jesse and Joe, the Real4Life Podcast. I think this is we're getting close to episode 50. Need some sponsors. Hit us up at Real4Life Podcast at Instagram. Peace.
Real for life.